Hey, our good friend, the senior United States Senator from the great state of Illinois, Dick Durbin, has stopped by with his Cubs jersey on. Senator Durbin, great to have you with us. How are you?
I want to tell you, this is a perfect night for baseball. Last night was two in a row.
Swing and a miss, strike three, so Candelario is out. You had a fun event earlier today. Tell us about it.
I've got this little table in my office, which we've got to put on eBay or whatever you do with those things, because it is on three different occasions. It has had the Stanley Cup on twice, and now the World Series championship trophy for the Cubs on that same little table.
Pretty awesome. It's nice to have bragging rights, isn't it?
It is good, and you get a lot of people coming by there. You know, Mike Enzi of Wyoming. I've always liked the Cubs. It's great.
You're jumping on the bandwagon.
That bandwagon. Welcome.
Yeah.
Anthony Rizzo hit by a pitch, scored a run in the first. Big cut, and he missed it. Nationals having a good season. And baseball's got a long history here in Washington, D.C., and it's good to see them doing well.
They're doing great.
There's the 0-1 from Scherzer. And it is a strike on Rizzo. I want to ask you about a couple of Cubs, because I heard you've really been instrumental. Miguel Montero and his citizenship?
Yes.
So how did that happen?
Well, it started with Wilson Contreras.
That one drilled to right. Foul.
I'm listening to the World Series, and they said Wilson Contreras, mother and father, are in Venezuela and can't get in to see him play. They can't get a visa. And I'm thinking, Durbin, get on the phone. Call John Kerry. Let's figure out what's going on. 48 hours later, they had their visa. They made it in. And Wilson Contreras asked to see me after the season's over, comes by my office, says thanks. Nice guy. Go ahead.
Well, that's great. I was saying that. That's a nice thing about your job. You can make a phone call and make it happen.
So the word's out now among the Spanish-speaking players that my chief of staff, Clarice Alduque, a lifelong Cubs fan, can help him out. Miguel Montero calls and says, Miss Duque, I'd like to ask you something. Could I be a citizen? So we start the wheels moving.
Okay, wonderful.
That's great.
And he made it. And I understand he's very proud of it.
Oh, he is. Absolutely. 1-2 here on Anthony Rizzo. A 1-1 tie, third inning. Nationals over shift on the infield to the right as Rizzo really chokes up here with two strikes. And a fly ball, left field, Goodwin on the move, and he makes the catch. There was a very special baseball game played in this very ballpark very recently after the horrific shooting at the practice of the Republican team. What do you know about the history of the game itself, and do some senators also participate?
Not me, but some do, and they do it for charity. It's a good cause, and it's a game that's been going on for a long time. House and Senate, Democrats, Republicans. Special meeting last week after that horrible incident.
It was well attended, and I'm really glad they played the game. I think it was important to carry it through. And
last week, the women of the Senate and House played softball against the press corps.
That one drilled out into deep right center, back toward the wall, off the wall. Estella just missed a home run. It's a 2-out double. Got that high wall out there in right center.
Now the game that the Cubs had against Max Scherzer at Wrigley last year, one of the worst outings he's had in a number of years. They scored 7 runs off of him in 5 innings, hit 4 home runs, and Tommy La Stella hit one of the long balls. It was La Stella, Rizzo, and Ben Zobrist hit a couple. And La Stella obviously sees the ball pretty well out of Max Scherzer's right hand.
So we were really close to seeing these two teams play last October. Were you rooting for the Nationals so you could pop over here? Not against the Cubs, but against the Dodgers.
Well, okay, I'd favor the Nationals over the Dodgers. But,
a lot of people think these two teams will meet up this October. Did you get to Wrigley for the World Series?
I did not, unfortunately, but I watched it passionately every single night on television with the rest of Illinois and America. It was the most exciting series.
One strike on Ian Happ. RBI chance here with 2 outs. Now the mayors usually have bets. Did you have any bets with your fellow senators from Ohio?
Yes, with Sherrod Brown of Cleveland, who's a real baseball fan and expert, and I ended up with some beer that my staff ended up drinking. I will tell you, at the parade, though, I ran into Joe Madden, and I asked him about the rain delay. I thought it was the most amazing and revealing statement that he made to me. Here we are, tie game, 10th inning, 17-minute rain delay. And he looked in, he said, we go back into the locker room. I said, did you know that there was a players' meeting going on? He said, yeah, I knew. I said, and you didn't go into the meeting? And he said, no. I said, why? He said, Jason Hayward is a good leader. I knew he'd conduct a good meeting. What a manager.
Yeah. He knew that was for the players only, and it worked out. Long pause by Scherzer. 1-2. Did he hit him? No. Somehow Happ got out of the way.
Javier Baez's diving catch last night was incredible.
Yeah, we're still talking about it. And we will be for quite some time. Just off the inside.
So does your schedule
corner.
allow you to get out here very often?
No, not too often. And frankly, I watch him on TV, but more than that. But they said he covered 132 feet from where he was standing to catch that ball.
Yeah, it's the kind of ball you see a lot of guys kind of twisting and turning. I mean, he just ran a beeline right to the spot.
And if you see the replay, just checks the wall the last second.
3-2. Happ swings and misses. We'll show that highlight to break here. Senator Durbin, thanks for stopping by.